So about Michael Jordan, how you gonna hit from outside the finals? You can't even get in.
Hello and welcome to the Basketball Addicts Podcast. And today is another hot takes episode. It's going to be us talking ball. You know, March Madness is in full swing. This is the Sunday night of the first weekend. So we're starting to know who the Sweet 16 is going to be. And we're starting to see how terrible our brackets are. And, you know, I've done some scouting over the weekend because I'm a basketball addict. You know what I mean? And, yeah, so we a lot of big games, a lot of 60, 50-point games happened in the last 2 weeks. NBA season's winding down.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to talk about, Chris.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. First things first, I just want to say whoever is coaching St. Peter's.
Fucked up your bracket. I had Kentucky in the Final Four.
You get the double finger salute.
Yeah.
Because why are they so good? Why are they beating all the teams I have beating them? Where did they come from? Let me know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All I gotta say is just I just want the rest of my bracket to go okay. Because like every team I had beating them lost.
Yeah. Yeah. I have Duke in the national championship. Unless that happens, I'm so fucked. So fucked. We're literally at the low end of our bracket as a group.
Yeah.
Like we made a group for like our basketball addicts fans. Some of the people we know, and like we are terribly low. Like you know something hilarious, Chris?
What?
Heading in after round one, the first 66-4 games, my girlfriend, who basically chose some teams by the logo and the cuteness level of the logo, was winning our bracket. It has like 93% of the first 32 games correct.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding, Chris.
I read a summary.
Obviously, it didn't work. It should be chosen off of cuteness of logo from here on out because it was just fucking ridiculous. I checked the bracket. I'm like, oh my gosh, she was ridiculous. It was insane. I'm bring up the stats right now. Yeah, and the first, she had the highest amount of points, which is 250. That is possible points. So I think she got 25 out of 32 off the top of my head.
That's ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah. But guess who she had?
St. Peter's.
No. But guess who she had in the national championship?
Who?
Baylor. So she's fucked.
Baylor messed me up. For real. How you number one? And now like go down like that.
Man, that was a great game. A great game. They came back from they went on like a 30-9 Baylor 30-9 comeback against North Carolina just to force overtime. It was insane.
I'm just like, what the heck?
Yeah, they just don't have the same guard talent that they had last year. Davion and oh man, he was like a top 25 pick on our rankings last year. Some guy who's the backup point guard for the Utah Jazz right now were really good guards last year for them. So,
all I gotta say is UCLA, don't fail me now.
Yeah, it's UCLA or die. Yeah, Chris has got the worst bracket. I got the second worst bracket. So it is what it is. One of my best friends from high school. Actually, my best friend from high school has the best bracket right now. He has Kansas winning it all, but he is like.
Oh.
Let me check. Let me click on this bracket right here.
It's crazy because I had Murray State going into like 8.
Yes. Oh wow. He has 84% right, and he's ranked like within the top 2.8 million.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Let's see here. Let's see if he chose any. He chose North Carolina, beat Baylor. He did not choose St. Peter's. He chose Michigan to get this far. Yeah, some big upsets he chose.
Yeah. Wait, was St. Peter's one of those teams that was like they have to win like a play-in game to get in the tournament?
No.
Did I really just? I mean, like I picked against them, right? For sure. I don't remember
Yeah, you
St.
chose
Peter's being on
Kentucky.
that team. That's
They
where it
faced
was at.
Kentucky round one. They were the 15 seed.
Yeah.
You know, I honestly learned a lot about John Calipari sucking at coaching basketball this weekend because he has a lottery point guard in Ty Washington, and he didn't play point guard the whole game. And like this, something last name Wheeler made a bunch of turnovers, didn't really look that special. And I'm just thinking to myself, like John Calipari must like suck at coaching basketball. Like I don't know what he's doing in your local grandma's kitchen and like living room with the ability to talk and sell himself, but he's lying. If he goes and visits your grandmother's living room, tell your grandmother to knock the door. Tell your mom, tell your dad, lock the door because this guy can't coach to save his life at this point in time. Maybe 20, 30 years ago, maybe he could. But at this point in time, negative. This guy is just a good recruiter.
But benefit of the doubt, devil's advocate here. What if, because he is a lottery pick, he wanted to save him because you don't want to get hurt before going into that. Even though you do want to win, but you have the storied team, that like normally drafts really well, and those people go to the number one seed. I mean, not go to number one seed, but go like into the draft and be a draft after 1 year. So you kind of want to keep that streak going because if this guy gets hurt, then what?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, but he was playing two guard.
Oh, well
Yeah.
then.
Yeah,
He can't coach himself out of a paper bag.
No, he cannot. And he's not like Ty Washington's not this amazing 3-point shooter. Like he's really good at making decisions. Might be the best passer in the draft, and he's not playing point guard for Kentucky. So that's why you got beat by the 15th seed.
You owe me a win next year because like there's no way. There's no way
Kentucky?
John Calipari. Yeah, because like I looked at the summary. I was like, okay, maybe I don't really know college basketball like that. So I was like, I'm gonna go with the team that I know. Kentucky, Carl Anthony Towns. You know what I mean? Like, okay, DeMarcus Cousins. Okay, like, and then you guys just made me so upset.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a great March Madness though. It's been like so many great games, so many close games, overtimes. Like I've never seen a first few days where it's just been like must see TV like all the time. Every game has been a good game. It's been a rare thing to be like that's a blowout right there. So, and I like that. I like that fact of that. And I feel like I've been using this time to like scout a little bit, and I feel like I've learned a decent amount about a few players. Like there's a center from Michigan, like 7'1" post. Reminds Jakob Poeltl, the starting center for the Spurs.
Yeah.
He reminds me a lot of him. Like he's gonna be like a good center, but he's not on anybody's boards because he's like slow footed. But I wouldn't be surprised if he has a role in the NBA. And the kid from San Francisco, perimeter shot, he dropped 38. I think his last name's Bouye. A lot of deep 3-point shooting, shot creation. That I was very surprised to see. And that was the part of the game that made me like, wow, that's impressive. Like it's really impressive to see that. He's a 6'2" point guard. He's like 22. He's going to be a senior. So he really made a lot of money in that game, like a lot of money. And Chet Holmgren, now he's starting to scare the poo out of me. Because I was really looking forward to this matchup against Jalen Duran because I obviously do a lot of scouting, and I know Jalen Duran is a freak of nature athletically, and I wanted to
Yeah,
see what Chet would be like against that because that was my doubt. He's playing against whack competition, mid-major college basketball. He's 7'1". He doesn't really look like a great athlete, and because of that, what I saw scared me because he just couldn't shot create to save his life. He had 9 points at the center position. When you get offensive rebounds, you get easy putbacks. There's a lot of easy ways for a center to score 8 points when you're playing 30 minutes in a game, right?
very true. Yeah.
So because of those reasons, the his ability to dribble is his whole intrigue, right? And I can say this, at his height, nobody's ever been able to handle the ball better than him, which is a good thing to be the best ever at something at your own specific height. But he's just not a great athlete, and he's not even a really good athlete. He's just kind of like above average to average. And he just can't really shot create and kind of get off of people. You know what I mean? He's not really great at creating space. And like his handle is so high, and it's just, I don't really see him being able to shake people. I'm not really seeing him be able to dribble drive past somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't really see a ton of like step backs and like all this type of stuff that people have compared him to Kevin Durant a lot. And that's like the most worst comparison you can give to somebody like this who's so far away from this. And just like I what I was worried about was confirmed is when he has anybody from 6'8" to 7 foot that doesn't have cement feet for feet, which is most NBA centers. He just doesn't look like a great bucket getter. He doesn't even look like a good bucket getter. He just doesn't look like he can create space. And that scares me because that's who's going to be guarding him at the next level. The 6'8", six
Mm-hmm.
nine guys are like, we got a gazillion of them in the NBA at the power forward position because they got to switch on Steph.
Yeah.
And he's just not able to really, create that space. And that scares me because that's his niche. You know what I mean? And he's a good defender. He's not going to be people are comparing like Marcus Camby, that guy won defensive player of the year. I don't think people understand how freakishly athletic the top tier centers looked in college. Like
Yeah.
if you watched Anthony Davis in college, it looked like a volleyball show where people were just throwing up the ball to him and he was just spiking it down and everything looked easy. Like people don't understand how special the top tier center Marcus Camby was, a defensive player of the year level shot blocking center, special athlete. He's just not that. And what's very surprising is he's 7 foot. What most 7 foot people do that can put the ball on the ground and get to the rim and finish is they face people up in the mid range or in the mid post and they say, "Hey, I'm 7 foot, 7'1", and I'm Chet Holmgren, and I can shoot the lights out of the ball when I'm open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm either going to hit this in your face, or I'm going to use this fancy handle to get to the rim and finish." And he does
Mm-hmm.
none of that. If he does that, he's an all-star in the NBA, no questions asked. Or if he
Yeah.
hits that mid post and starts hitting a Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway, he can shoot the lights out of the ball, all-star, no questions asked, because he's going to need to do that against the 6'8", 6'9" people that are going to guard him. Because what are you going to do when you face somebody that size who's going to get into you and make you really handle the basketball and make you really show that he's not this amazing ball handler that can just shot create off the dribble at a great degree?
S-
Go ahead.
So I do have a question then, since
Uh-huh.
like since you are our resident college basketball draft scout, um, would you say that he's inching more and more as you watch toward bust, or does he still have the potential to be an NBA top prospect?
He has a lot of bust potential
Ooh.
from expectations.
Yeah, yeah, because I think
From
you were the first
expectation.
person. You were the first one who told me when when you were telling me about Chet Holmgren, because I think he was like big, like highly touted in high school. You was like, I don't
Yes.
see anything special in this guy, and you said that
Mhm.
early.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you know when I think of him, he reminds me a lot of Andre Bargnani athletically. Andre Bargnani had like 20 points per game for a little bit there. Shoot the lights out of the ball. Had more mid-range touch, mid-post touch. But man, the bust potential is everybody in the world watched that Steph Curry step back 3-point shot and is expecting him to be the next demigod for the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just not seeing that ability to do that against people that are not 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
That's where it's becoming an issue. And I think it's a little bit too caught up in trying to be a guard. And if he would just do the things that everybody else does at his size and his ability to shoot, he's an all-star, Chris. But if he's not, then he's just a guy that can space out to the three. He's like KP without the posting, with some ball handling ability to maybe get 5 to 6 points per game extra. So he's like KP's ability to space and hit a 3-point shot, decent defender, thin, not really going to be pushing everybody around like Shaq. He's thinner than KP, and that I'm not really scared of his thin frame. A lot of people are, but he's really thin. Like he is like sticks coming out of college. It's ridiculous.
He is. I did notice that as well. What was I about to ask? I lost it. I just had a good one. So here's the thing. So do you think that, even especially on the next level, if he was to get drafted, however he may be drafted, the coach may see this, that he's not going to be the bigger body who can bang with like the people who are his height and maybe a little bit taller. So would they put him at guard and let him be a guard like he wants to be? Because I see a lot of guard potential in him. I don't see that he wants to, like, he does, like you said, he has a really frail body. He really just a spacer, ball handler. So wouldn't he be better positioned at the point guard or the shooting guard? Maybe he could be a tall guard.
Lauri Markkanen's role in the Cavs, if there's a unique situation like that, I could see that kind of thing happening, where you have like two bigs and we have two bigs and we're just going to be unique as a team and we're just going to have this guy with guard skill, good shooter, and just be our threes really tall. I could see that being there. He could also be a really good four, because he's going to be able to shoot over everybody, and that's always going to be his thing. I just don't know the guy personally. I don't know what kind of worker he is. But after watching that game, there is a gap. It's Jabari Smith, Jaden Ivey, Paulo Banchero, and then there's a gap between them and Chet. There's not a ton of top tier talent in this draft, but there's a gap there because honestly, Chris, I can only think of a few people that come out of college with a certain skill set that they have no development in. They don't show any signs of having it, and then they do it in the NBA.
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball ability to shoot the 3-point shot. It's very, very rare that somebody develops at that kind of level that quickly. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say is it's rare for something like that to happen, but if it does happen, he's going to be an all-star, so that's why he still go 4. But there's a gap there between Paulo, Jabari Smith, and Jaden Ivey. Those guys are special. Those guys have perennial all-star capabilities. I saw Paulo today. They played today, and man, I think when you used to be the number one pick, and then everybody's like, "Oh, he's not the number one pick anymore." He's kind of like now he's being undervalued. Like he's 6'10" still, and doing the things that he does, mid-range shot creation, the way he moves, the way he passes, the way he is able to drive. Like he's gonna put a lot of pressure on the rim. I really think that Paolo, Jaden Ivey, and Jabari Smith are the 3 freaks in this year's draft, and then there's a gap there between them and Chet. Chet has the most bust potential for sure, like 100%.
Damn.
Yeah.
So Paolo to the Spurs confirmed.
Dear
they like that.
goodness.
They like that foreign talent. They do.
Man, bro, Paolo Banchero to the Spurs would be such a good fit. Such a good fit.
They like that foreign talent.
Yeah.
Remember, Tony Parker was from France.
Yeah. It's a draft that's There's just a few guys that are really good perimeter shot creators. Like Blake Wesley's kind of moving up my board. I only watched a little bit of him today. I'm like, that guy's nice too. So it's gonna be a lot of things in flux, but yeah, I was really worried about this certain aspect of Chet Holmgren's game, and I just saw nothing that made me think otherwise last night. So yeah, if it wasn't for Drew Timmy, who's a good college player but is not going to be good in the NBA, that they would have gotten beat by Memphis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drew Timmy to carry that team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my draft fastball take for the day. I don't really have anything else right now, but things are moving. You know, draft season's going to come around
pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna pretty
So,
much learn everything you need to know after this March Madness virtually.
yeah, and then it'll be like sharpening a few things here and there. We're looking over guys again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just got an
I just
idea.
realized some. Go ahead.
We should live stream the draft again.
Live stream the draft again? Yeah, that would be fun.
I think we have like a big enough following. So when you listen to
Yeah.
this and you see it on Instagram, or if you listen to this, on however you may listen to it, remember there will be a live stream coming. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be announcing it very shortly. Once the draft starts picking up and everything like that. So probably in a couple months or so. But just keep that on your radar. Live stream with the Basketball Addicts. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah. You know who might rise above Chet?
Whom?
Orlando Robinson.
Mm.
He might. He's older, so for me, I know Orlando Robinson might be like a late first round draft pick, but for me, man, Orlando Robinson does a lot of the things that people go like fucking crazy about that Chet does. Except he's so much more polished. Yeah, it's
that polish should do it.
Yeah. There's Johnny Davis from Wisconsin who's really good. Man.
How many of these guys are actually going to go into the draft, though, is the question.
Oh, the top guys will.
I mean, of course, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of guys that I've looked at this year been like, that guy should go back. And there's a lot of guards that are athletic that can't shoot to save their lives, that are shooting guards. That like, you need to go back to college. Okay. I'm sorry to break it to you, but the NBA, if you shoot 56% for the free throw line at the 2 guard position, you're out in 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh my goodness! Like, it's
nobody wants to be
egregiously
Adam
bad.
Morrison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Do you want to talk more about the regular season now, or the one idea I had, or just kind of?
I feel that the playoff picture isn't. I mean, it's kind of like painted out by now. We know who's pretty much going to make it in because we're nearing the end of the season. And the season should be probably like start of April, honestly, and the playoffs should be starting like the following week after the play-in. So we know who's going to make it and who's not. But there is a couple things. I'm not sure if we talked about it last time. Did we talk about the high scoring games last week? I think we did, right? Because it was like Curry had 60, no. Curry had 54.
I think we talked about
was
Braun.
it 54 or 45? 47. Yeah, I think Braun was the latest one at that time, and then after that, everybody will start going off. So I mean, if you want to talk about the difference, yeah, it was. Everybody had like big games. You saw Sadiq Bey had 51, I think it was.
Yeah, that was insane. I never saw that coming at all.
Yeah, he had 51. Kyrie
Hopefully
had
he develops more of a scorer, because they're desperate for anybody that can shot create over there. They're also desperate for a coach that knows how to put Cade Cunningham in his right position. He's a point guard.
Was he playing shooting guard?
Yes. Oh my god, coaches make me want to fucking put a knife into my fucking eye. There's been a lot of stupid shit going on this year. We got Tyler Hero playing 2 guard when you have Duncan Robinson in front of him. When you have fucking Frank Vogel playing fucking, I don't know, SpongeBob basketball in the Lakers organization. And then we got fucking Cade Cunningham not playing the right position, even though he's like the best passer of the draft. It's Christmas. Man, I don't know what's going
All
on with
right,
these
so
rosters.
here we go. I got an idea. I got an idea since we're just going off the top right now. Best moment of the NBA season so far. Your turn. Go.
Best moment.
NBA season so far.
I would say, let me look at the teams here. I would say probably watching the growth of a team that's going to be special for a long time in the Memphis Grizzlies. I would say that team, us watching them grow into a NBA champion contender has been the most fun thing about this year.
Okay. For me, it would be something that just happened last night. Number 2 on the all-time scoring list, baby.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Wait. But I'm not a scorer. I'm not a scorer. He did the exact same shot, the exact same spot 5 years prior. It's to the exact same team.
Man,
but I'm not a scorer.
If Embiid wasn't really trying to be petty about the scoring champion thing, LeBron would probably have it lapped up. But Embiid's averaging 30 now. He was averaging like 29.8. And after James Harden, he's averaging more, which makes no sense to me. I don't know how he's still getting them shots up. But geez, can you please just let LeBron James have the scoring title, please? He needs one thing. He's had to deal with the fucking dementia patient as a head coach and like 2 pieces of paper and Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. Like, he just needs one redeeming moment from this year.
Yeah.
Please, Joel Embiid.
Russ
chill.
had a big game too.
Russ, yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, he had a clutch shot. He made one.
Oh against the Detroit
Raptors. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Raptors. You're right, the Raptors. Yeah.
He made one against the Raptors and sent him to overtime. It's just, no, it wasn't the same team because I think LeBron did that against the Toronto, but in the years before he did that against Washington. But yeah, that was ridiculous. But I'm not a scorer though, and Westbrook's not. Westbrook got tired of being called Westbrook, so maybe he got in the gym and improved on his shot.
Take notes, Ben Simmons.
You had to bring him up. But why? Like, you knew that was going to be triggering for me, and you brought him up to do this. Now we got to do this. Ben Simmons.
Bury him.
What are you doing, my guy? My neck, my back, and my back. What are you doing? Play the game of basketball. Why are you not playing? Okay, listen, I understand. Too much of it. Evidently, I understand that, it's mental, it's physical. I get it. Take your time. But
you sound like
it's the end of the season. It's the end of the season. It's the end of the season.
I need my time.
I get it. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. It's the fact that I want you to play basketball. I want you to play basketball. This is what I've been talking about. Like, I just want you to play basketball. Like, I want you to play basketball. You don't want to play basketball?
Obviously not. I want to get paid to sit on my couch, Chris.
He literally shows up to the games to sit. He doesn't even get dressed. Do you know what your jersey looks like, sir?
What is his jersey number? I don't even know anymore.
I don't know. Was it 25? Was it 25?
I had something mid-20s.
I think it was like 25, right? Out there, when this comes out, let us know. I think it's 25. But, like, come on, bro. We just play the game of basketball. Like, I understand. Like, I'm not discrediting you at all. like I normally would,
Well,
but I understand that there could be like some mental things going on up there. It's not clicking like it used to, you know,
still
however that
sounds
may
like a
be.
breakup.
My neck, my back, my neck and my back. Relax my new growth and my tracks. However that may go.
It's all because Kylie Jenner just broke up with him and started dating Devin Booker, and now we're here. Yeah.
You know why?
Hmm.
You know why she dating Kylie? Why Kylie's? I mean, not isn't is it? No, not Kylie. Kendall. Why Kendall's playing Devin Booker?
Because he's a fucking baller. That's
Because
why.
he can shoot.
Oh. Does Kendall Jenner beat you at your local fucking fair basketball games? Is that why you stopped playing basketball? He goes to the Dave and Buster's and he can't be his own girlfriend in a little Papa Shot.
That's sad. That's sad. You mad?
The man gets paid like $220 million. Could you imagine, dude? The most viral video of all time is if that leaked. Could
Right.
you imagine, bro?
Yeah.
On fucking Instagram and TikTok, if that kind of thing leaked, dude.
If that's the case, then you should go ahead, just take your shoes, put them up on the highest shelf that you can't reach, get a ladder and put them up there, and then never take them down again.
No.
Just hang your jersey up, put it as high as you can so you can't reach it, and never reach for it again. Because it's just like, I'm tired of this. Like, you missed. There was no lockout this season. You know, there hasn't been a lockout since like 2012. It's been all 82 games. Dude. You missed 79
we have
of them.
social
So,
distancing, and he still can't stay healthy.
I mean, I could see if you had COVID,
Nope.
but you sat in the house.
Oh my God.
Why won't you
Bro,
play
he's
basketball?
probably sitting next to Zion Williamson right now. They're just fucking eating Cheetos and playing Mountain Dew and racking in the money.
Why won't you play? Why? Why won't you play? I mean, at least Zion shows up to the games. You know what I mean? I think he's getting better, but like, you don't even look like you want to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll do layups and warm ups though. Did you see that? He did a layup and warm ups, and the whole crowd cheered. Yeah,
that's sad. That's sad.
My gosh, a guy that's paying
sad.
$220 million can make a layup
in a layup drill with no defense.
Like all the gifts Ben Simmons has, 6'10", moves like a fucking gazelle in the wild, getting chased down by a lion like at peak speed.
Yeah,
he just can't do anything else. Oh,
like, where's Kevin Garnett when you need him?
Dear goodness, could you imagine if he was like his life coach? Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I would pay $50,000 a day just to see that, because Kevin Garnett would just say some, curse words and would be in his. Oh my God, bro, that would be amazing.
Kevin Garnett would straighten him up. Where's Kevin Garnett when you need him?
Exactly. It's getting to the point in time where's Charles Barkley when you need him?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have him as your life coach. Dude. I would trade the donuts for a mid-range jump shot. I would.
Yeah. True. Like, come on now. Like, Kevin Garnett, if Ben Simmons tried to lay it up and Kevin Garnett was on that team, he tried to lay it up in practice, Kevin Garnett would block his shot.
Yes, exactly. And tell him, you hesitating? Words I can't say. Like, seriously.
He would block his shot. He would block his shot, take the ball from him, and tell him to go sit on the bench. I thought you can't play.
That would be hilarious. I would love to see that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh man. Just play the game of basketball. At least next year, try. Because it's 82. You're about to go 82 games. The last time you played an NBA game was in the. No, it wasn't Eastern Conference Finals. It was in the semifinals of the NBA playoffs last year.
Yeah.
That's over 82 games actually.
Yeah, Trae Young put a dagger in that team for real. Like he literally emotional damaged that team like to an extreme
Emotional
extent.
damage.
Like,
No, I need to find that
he-
meme. Hold on. Hold on. Where's
I
it?
know
gotta find
exactly
that
what you're
sound.
talking about. Literally, like
Emotional
he
damage.
he did them so dirty that Joel Embiid's like, I just we can't win without I need more players. Doc Rivers like, you know that guy, that's our all-star point guard. He we can't win an NBA championship with him. I may have won an NBA championship with Rajon Rondo, who's crazy as all get out, but this guy,
Yeah.
no. Rajon Rondo, who can't buy a jump shot, no. Ben Simmons, get rid of him. Oh my
They really
gosh.
that's crazy because like
Yeah.
I like your team gave up on you.
Yes.
Because it was like, how can we? It was like, I guess we would lose the game too if I just passed on an open dunk. Like Nate McMillan really put fear in that man's heart.
yes, foul him, bro. A curly
Send him to
head,
the line.
skinny, smiley 22, 23-year-old Trae Young just put a dagger in that team.
Yeah. Ice Trae, man, for real. Like they really was like, you foul him, send him to the line, and he got so scared because it just shows that basketball is way more mental than what we think it is. Because Ben Simmons just honestly did not have the mental fortitude to stand up to like that young team. Because once they started fouling him, he started missing shots. He became a different player. He was not the same player anymore at all.
Yeah.
He was playing scared. Okay, I don't want to have the ball in my hands. Get the ball. Okay, pass half court, ball out of my hands. I don't even want to be looked at with the ball in my hands. Don't pass it over here. It's hot potato. It's like,
bro, you 6'10" and can probably dunk over Steph Curry, but you can't lay up the basketball at the rim wide open.
Fear.
Yeah.
They really crushed him mentally.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he won't play, because he hasn't recovered yet from that. That's why he has like. It's probably why he's not right up here right now, because like he's been destroyed mentally as to rebuild it. You know what he needs to do? He needs to session one of the greatest minds of basketball.
LeBron.
Get his mind right. Get his mind right. If LeBron can survive this season and not crack,
that is interesting. How has he not came up to the podium and said, well, I was playing with all YMCA players today, and I just why did you LeBron, do you think you're shooting too many shots? I think you might be scoring too many points. I'm playing with your little sister's basketball team, 15 and you, okay?
Right. Like what? Like
how nothing came out of his mouth at all? Like no slip-ups. How does that happen?
Every time they win a game, he's always said something positive to say. If they lose, he's like, it's me. I still got this. Russ hits a shot. He's like happy for him. Like, me? Me as LeBron? No way. I would be like, F this, F that. I'm tired of this. Can I have some help? Like, look at Russ. He's shooting like 12% from the field. Like, I can't get Anthony Davis to stay on the court to save his life. Every other game, he hurts his middle finger. And my coach has the brain of Greg. I mean, has the brain, the age of Greg Popovich, but doesn't coach like him. Like,
oh my goodness, it's insane.
And you wonder why I want to leave. Like, I would just like
would be amazing.
I would do anything just to get KCP back if that's the case. He can shoot.
Bro, that's so low. Missed the 0 points.
He was running around and fouling. I'll take that. I'll take an attempt over not.
Oh gosh.
I'll take an attempt over not.
Oh my goodness.
At least he's not way off peeing it right now when he was hitting the side of the backboard.
Bro, way off Pete.
This man has become he's been terrorized. Like Westbrook's getting
Mhm.
terrorized by fans, players.
Yes,
And
media.
everybody calls Westbrook now. It's not right. I mean, but the thing is that I kind of agree with what I heard on TV. It's just the fact that if you gonna dish it out, you got to be able to take it. He's rocking the baby around the entire league, calling everybody too small, and then they call him Westbrook, and he's like, "Don't call me that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You're a baby, you baby."
He was so good in like 2015. Dear goodness.
But he was tricking everybody.
I don't know. I disagree. I really think that was a great year.
It was. Okay, so I had a discussion recently. I
Mhm.
know we're just kind of getting off topic right now. So
It's okay.
if Derrick Rose would never got hurt, would we look at Russ the same?
Yes.
You think so? I think that Derrick Rose would have did everything that Russ did, but better.
I disagree. I think Russ would have been the better point guard.
You think so?
I think they're both equal passers. I think Russ is bigger. I think Russ rebounds better. I think Derrick Rose can shoot the 3-point shot just as good as Russell Westbrook. And that's me saying both of them can't shoot this 3-point shot to save their lives. And I think he's just got a better built body. But, D Rose, the only thing is D Rose in Minnesota and the Knicks has started developing the 3-point shot. If there would have been an intersection of that athleticism and his shot creation ability of the past few years, then I would be like, Chris, I couldn't agree with you more. He might have been a better point guard than Steph. But, that's kind of hard to know because a lot of times when people are really hyper athletic, they get caught up in their hyper athleticism. Like, I'm just going to do this forever. I don't really need to go step out. You never remember when Giannis was like, I don't really need to shoot threes. You know what I mean? It's kind of like those guys who really are really like gods athletically. Those guys sometimes underestimate how much they need to develop the perimeter game, not develop other skills.
Ben
So,
Simmons.
it's hard to know if Derrick Rose would have been like that. But as a player, I would have enjoyed Derrick Rose as I really, really like Derrick Rose as like the human being. So I probably would have liked Derrick Rose better, but I think Russ would have been the better player.
If Derrick Rose never got injured, like what kept on the trajectory up, Russ would be better than him.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, they would be very similar.
I definitely think they'll
Russ
be
is
similar.
bigger.
I think Russ. I think D Rose will have a ring though, and then that'd be the difference.
Him and Jimmy's not enough.
But I think D Rose healthy. He was already like the youngest MVP. He was like leading the league and everything like that, and he got hurt. Super athletic, could hit the mid range shot. That's more than what most guards can do, especially when in comparison to Russell. So
he did develop a good mid range pull up.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that I think Rose.
It's a good debate.
Rose will take it, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not even like being biased. That's just my personal opinion. I just think that he would take it. I think that we wouldn't look at Russ the same because D Rose was more athletic. I think he was faster. I mean, in my opinion, like in his prime, I'm talking about prime D Rose. Like that's just an upward trajectory from there because he got hurt in his prime. We didn't get to see what the next year would have been like because he tore his ACL. So I think that in that standing, we would have seen like he definitely. I think he would have had a ring. He would have definitely had a ring. I think he would have been the better guard right now.
It would have been close. Oh, as of today, D Rose would be better.
From there to here, it'd be better.
Well, I thought you meant like literally today because his shooting's more developed.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, what I was saying was like if D Rose never got hurt and we come to today, who's the better guard, and I said that D Rose, like over a period of time, would be the best guard. He was already on an upward
Mhm.
trajectory. We don't know what could. He's the greatest what if story besides Grant Hill because we don't know what would have happened.
I'm gonna disagree with you.
You think it's a better
The
what if
greatest
story?
would have Penny Hardaway. I was literally
Mm,
thinking about this while you were talking about it. I was like,
Penny.
let's this is a good example to show how amazing Penny Hardaway was. Because
Yeah,
he was ridiculously athletic, 6'10", and could shoot it from the 3-point line like nobody's business would run laps around these two passing wise.
yeah,
Like he was supposed to be the next Magic or like that next amazing point guard. And like he was supposed to be top 5 point guard of all time, top 20, top 15, top 10 player of all time. He had that kind of potential. And I'm glad that we brought this up because he's one of those guys that should be talked about in the what if stories. Like he, in my opinion, is the greatest what if story of all time that I can think of
Mm.
off the top of my head. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, the greatest.
That's crazy because I wasn't thinking about Penny, but when you mentioned it, I went exactly to where your mind went to.
Yeah.
I was thinking just in that aspect of Russ, D Rose. I was thinking that because Rose, just like Penny, was on an upward trajectory before they,
Oh my goodness, yes.
got hurt.
One
Definitely
thing
on
I'll
an upward
give.
trajectory.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
One thing I'll give D Rose though, the greatest lateral athlete I've ever seen in the basketball court ever. His
Yeah.
hop step is ridiculous. I never have. It's Allen Iverson and him that are only in the two people in that kind of class where it's just like, how do your ankles take that kind of ridiculous movement? Like no wonder his body broke down because the way he moved was freaking ridiculous.
I was about to say no funny stuff, but his body couldn't take it. I'm not
Yeah.
making a joke or nothing like that. Just it seems like a joke, but no, he couldn't take it. That's
Yeah,
why he
there
got
was-
hurt.
Yeah, did you see all the research that was done on like the landing patterns that he was doing? Like apparently he wouldn't land in the correct way and he would put too much force on his legs and didn't really like have you ever seen LeBron James dunk?
Yeah,
When LeBron James dunks, he kind of like takes a few steps backward after dunking to kind of let his body catch up with his momentum of being a godlike athlete. D Rose never
Yeah.
did that. Never really landed properly. So I remember there was some research articles or videos that I watched back in the day about that, and it seems pretty smart of them who did that. Yeah.
yeah. The problem with D Rose is that the street ball background really messed him up in the end.
Mm-hmm.
He never learned how to land.
Yeah. 100% agree with you.
Yeah, just like we technically don't know how to land. We're not jumping that high though, but we don't know how to land. So
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Well, I mean, you'd rolled your ankle once. I've only seen you roll your ankle once.
yeah, that was terrible. While
The
playing
one time you
basketball.
almost beat me and Kiri.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. The one time I almost beat you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Height of my basketball powers, and I lost it. I'm the greatest what if story. I was on an upward trajectory and got hurt.
The height of my basketball powers was like around when we first met.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wait. I got this. So I know this is way off topic. I know we're not talking about the NBA anymore, but this is a story that must be told. Jason is one of the greatest non D1, D2, D3 college basketball hoopers I've ever seen. I'm not even trying to look, I'm just showing love because I remember I seen this guy and it was me and my roommate at the
Maceo.
time. Yeah, Ratio. And we went to the gym, whatever, we playing around or whatever. Jason's at the other court just shooting around. We didn't know it, I didn't know if you even went to the school or not, right? So we like, sure. It was like, you want to play? It was like, yeah. So we played 1v1, between me and him, and he gets to lighten us up. I mean, like from the volleyball line. I'm like, what the heck? I see, I'm playing and I'm just like, I don't even know what to do at this point. Like, and it's just effortlessly. It's like one after the other. It's like he's just lighting them up. He plays Maceo, does the exact same thing. And I'm just like, it's crazy. Like that. Honestly, that first day, I had a lot of respect for Jason. I did. I was mad, but I was like, I respect it. You worked for it. I'm pretty sure of it. Like, It was a lot of
Yeah. Do
respect.
you want to know a hilarious backstory to this that I've never even told you?
What?
So I get to college. Most people get to college. I had like a girlfriend. Girlfriend breaks up with me after like a month and a half, right?
Yeah.
I am just like, fuck this bitch, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, that's when I went to the gym, like as soon as it opened. 2 a days. I had nothing else to do. I'm like, I'm gonna get this body right. I'm gonna twice a day. I'm gonna be in here, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna become really good at this random thing that has nothing to do with the fact that I just have a broken heart. And literally, that's and you caught me at the tail end of it. I was like 2 to 3 months, Chris, of just like Rocky Balboa level like type shit I was doing, and
Yeah.
then like. I kind of cooled off because other things happened, but like literally, you just kind of like caught me at a downtime in my life. I
And
guess breakups really help people. You know what I mean? So that's
yeah.
the real honest truth about that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He dropped like 40 on us that day.
I didn't drop 40 on you. My ex dropped 40 on you. You should be mad at her.
Yeah, she dropped 40 on us. Yeah. Like I said, I was upset, but I had a lot of respect for you at the end of the game. I was like, we got to play with this guy more. I was
Yeah.
like,
There
that
was a
was.
lot of good people at our like there was two guys, Enzo and Kiri, that legitimately like tried out for our basketball team but didn't make it.
Mhm.
But like 6'1" from Japan, can dunk, freaking Jason Williams handles,
Yeah.
butter mid range, and then like 6'4", Euro stepping, athletic, crazy finishing. Enzo's finishing bag was like legitimately like Kyrie Irving. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, oh my goodness, playing with those two was such a pain in the butt. Like I'm small, like I'm 5'10". I had to shoot over those two people. You know how
Yeah.
hard it was? I really like that really refined me because man, trying to score over guys like that it's tough. Cause one's like bouncy as all get out, right? You have to be so fundamentally sound with like the up fakes and your angles, like all of it. And the other one's just 6'4" and moves smoothly. Playing against those two, man. Oh my goodness. I
It's
literally never went in the basket, never tried to finish. And there was a reason why.
no.
Because I couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy because that's how I met Kiri and Lul too. We met Kiri and Lul.
Mhm.
Me and Maceo went to the gym. Kiri and Lul come in. We play 2v2 and get demolished because they're so tall, so much taller than us. So we're
Yeah.
just like, we gotta be friends with these guys. These guys gotta play with us. Like,
Kiri was legit. Kiri was like,
Kiri was
if
legit.
Kiri would ever be able to develop a consistent 3-point shot, it would have been so scary.
Yeah,
He was so athletic. Dear goodness.
for sure. It makes me miss the game, bro. Just thinking back on it. When I think back on it, it makes me miss the game, man.
Yeah,
makes me miss
it
the
was
game.
definitely a lot of fun times in college.
Yeah,
Seriously. Yeah.
yeah.
I would say like there was one time we did that tournament
65 overall.
and yeah, that was our team name. And like the only team we beat was the women's team. The JV women's team. We didn't really want to go that hard because we had tall people on our team. We could just post it at any point in time, but we weren't really gonna be mean like that. So we won that game, and I think we lost to the JV D3 team. That was like a whooping at an elite level.
Yeah, got steamrolled.
Dear goodness. Like it was like raining threes from the volleyball line, legitimately.
They're like tall,
they never missed.
tall guys. Yeah, they're like tall guys.
They miss? I expected them to miss like every once in a while. They weren't really trying that hard on defense. Yeah.
After they stole the ball from me, they pretty was like, "Yeah, this is cake," and I'm like, "All right, these guys hate this L at that point."
Yeah, I was like, "Give me the ball. I'll just try to take it off the court because these guys are getting cookies on everybody." Yeah. Remember, Lul was like really shook playing that game. He was like, "Oh my goodness!" He was like, he even told us after the game he was a little intimidated by like how tall they were.
Yeah, I was like, that's probably what got us too. It was like we just didn't have the confidence for it because like they're really tall, and like I had the ball, and I was like, okay, I'm about to knock down this three, get it going, streakiness coming in. I was like, it went back the other way. I was like, just gotta take this L today.
You know who I think was guarding you?
Who?
I think his name was like James Johnson, and like he literally could like go through the legs and dunk and like in game 6'6". I don't know why you were. I don't think you knew he really could have jumped like that. Like he was probably one of the highest. I watched a lot of D3 basketball while we are there because I worked at like a lot of sporting events, and like he was really athletic even against other D3 players. So sorry, Chris, you just had to get your shot blocked by a really like athletic guy.
I had to take that L. I didn't even know. I was like, okay, he gonna underestimate me.
Yeah.
Here comes. Alrighty.
Yeah, there was a few guys that I knew could really guard defensively, but really didn't try. Like if they would have really put the clamps on us, we wouldn't have got the ball past half court. Legitimately.
I think they were like full court pressing at one point. I'm like, why?
No, not like. I'm gonna be honest with you, not legitimately. There's some guys over there that could really like lock up. Yeah. Unless I'm tripping and I was having the game of my life, one or the other.
I don't know.
Yeah. Basketball is like such a fun team sport. You know what I mean? Like you enjoy playing with your friends, and like that's part of the enjoyment of it, and the trying to beat your friends. Like I'm very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta wonder like how many times have we almost fought like a bunch of times while playing basketball. Like. Oh man, because the fouls get to flowing, emotions get to going high, and you just
Maceo treated it like football out there. I swear to goodness, like I would call foul on him all the time, and he would always complain. But like, you literally just tried to body slam me into the floor. What do you mean, no call?
It's like it's only okay. So look, so I'm not a foul caller for real. So like, I'll let a lot of stuff go, but like at some point, I'm just like, yo, like,
I would call a lot of fouls. I'd be like, because people would hit me while I was, I would always get this while I'm shooting all the time. I'd be like, I have red marks on my arm. What do you mean, no foul?
like it's here's the evidence.
I have DNA evidence. Like you scratched me right here. Like what are we talking about?
I remember that time I was like on a fast break. And I think we were guarding each other the whole game. I think I was definitely fouling you sometimes, and you were fouling me too. So I had a fast break, and I was like going up for the layup. I went like this, and then I felt the push from the back. That
was the dirtiest thing I've ever done to you, for sure, by far.
I
remember why. Because you got me pretty good on the other end, and I was like, all right, this is going to be the end of this. I just gave him a little push. I was like, okay, he's probably going to be really upset, but this is probably going to be the end of the back and forth. So it went as planned.
We were definitely fouling each other a lot that game because I was coming down the court. I was like, I thought it was gonna go, and then all of a sudden it was just
that was so crazy.
No more. So like that's a great trip down memory lane. Like I said, I really missed the game of basketball.
It was definitely
so
like we were definitely going at it at that
like
moment.
Jason about it, and
for sure
we might have to actually link up and hoop again. That'd be pretty fun. I think probably wouldn't be worth anything because we probably both suck now, but it's been so long because of COVID and everything. So, but anyway. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for tuning in all the time. Thank you for being consistent fans, for following us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're on all those platforms. We even have a website.